First question, how many text messages have you gotten?
I've gotten a lot. A lot of my friends from back home, some of my former teammates at Ferris. Haven't been through all of them yet, but yeah, a lot.
When did you find out that you were getting to start today, and what was today like playing in front of all these people?
Throughout the whole week, I was getting a lot of more reps. But me and Austin yesterday, we were, splitting reps with the ones and whatnot. And, I was just going to be prepared, for whatever role I was going to have today, whether it was limited amount of time or, having a lot of time out there. So,
what was that atmosphere like? I mean, Lane maybe kind of jokingly said this was the most you've played in combined from your previous career or place. But just what was this atmosphere like for you?
Yeah, it was a great atmosphere. Love seeing all the fans. The stripe out was amazing. Seeing the blue and red. Yeah, it's a little bit different than Ferris State, but football is football. There's 11 guys out there on offense, 11 guys on defense, and you just got to play ball. So,
were you nervous at all today?
Yes, I was a little nervous. I'd be lying to you if I told you I wasn't. But God's got me. Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, was with me the whole time, and but I was a little nervous.
How was Austin this week with you? Just obviously, I know he was going through something, but how did he kind of work with you this week?
Yeah, he was great. He's been great. He was, with us in every meeting, every practice, breaking down film, with Coach Wise, Coach Judge. And, he was there the whole time. So,
Trinidad, when did your nerves settle tonight?
Probably after my first run, usually when I get hit, first and feel some contact. And then it's like, okay, playing football, it's just, a game. I've been playing this since I was a little kid. So, yeah, that's when I calmed down, and it was good.
And I saw you taking a lot of pictures with just about everybody after the game. What was that feeling like getting an SEC win, a close one at that?
Yeah, it's a dream come true. You dream of moments like this, coming from a D2. I'm very grateful and appreciative, for, the opportunity that arose today. And, I'm just going to, soak it all in, interact with all the fans because, that was me, when I was little. So, yeah.
Trinidad, you came from Division II. A lot of these guys coming just from other schools. You don't have a journey, or your journey's a little unconventional. What can you say about, going from D2 to now? I mean, you're the starting quarterback at Ole Miss for today, and you get the win.
Yeah, it's a long time coming. Everyone's, journey and process is different. I would just say, work hard, follow God, listen to your parents, stay in school. And just, do the right things, and it'll come to light, do your job, do the right things, and, it'll be okay. So,
Purely ball-wise, X's and O's, did today feel at all like the D2 level, or what's the speed like?
Speed is a little bit different. Bigger dudes up front at the D-line and linebacker level. And the atmosphere is definitely different. But, football is football. You just got to go out there, play fast, play hard, and, trust that your guys, got your back, and that's what we did out there today, executed.
Does a game like this affect your confidence and your ability to play in this league?
Yeah, definitely. Getting my feet wet a little bit. The first couple games was good. Running the offense, just not against, our defense in practice and in fall camp. Saw that against Georgia State. Obviously had some limited reps versus Kentucky, and then today had, more reps and whatnot. But, yeah, it was definitely, good to be out there and, execute the offense and, really kind of get into a rhythm of things and whatnot. So I would definitely say, got to keep this, train going. So,
What's the hand, or what was it that kind of had to cause you to come out there?
Yeah, they ended up bringing some pressure, tried to, throw it, release it. Helmet just hit my hand. Just got a small cut, but, I'll be fine.
Questions? Yeah.
How much did playing in that Kentucky game when it mattered in crunch time help today?
It helped. Any time you get out there and go up against the defense and you got to execute the plays and whatnot, you just got to be prepared whenever your number's called. That did help a lot. Kind of putting me out there, seeing a better defense. Obviously Georgia State isn't a Kentucky or SEC opponent, so it was good to get out there, kind of see how it feels, and yeah.
Seeing Taylon Green on the other side playing a remarkable first half, did that kind of ignite an extra sense of competitiveness in you?
Yeah, when you play a sport in general, I would hope that anyone's motive is, to be competitive and to compete with, the other person that you're playing against. He's a heck of a player. Boy, I was watching some of the drives and I was getting frustrated because I was like, we got to get a stop. But, he just, makes great plays, and he's a solid quarterback. And, yeah, you just got to compete out there. Appreciate you guys.